Many of you ask me what I cook on the paleo-ketogenic diet, so today I will share one of my recipes. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sylvia. I'm a carnivore diet coach and a big city mom. On the paleo-ketogenic diet, you are supposed to eat meat from four-legged animals, so pigs are part of that group. And I know that in the United States, pork is not as popular, but in Europe, and especially in Eastern Europe, it is a super popular meat. There are tons of different recipes of preparing pork, and oftentimes pork is treated as a delicacy. So if you haven't given a try to pork, maybe you should try this recipe. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you have access to organic pasture-raised pork, that would be the best choice, simply because conventionally raised pork has a really high ratio of omega-6 fatty acids to omega-3 fatty acids, and it is not healthy for humans. It is best when pigs are fed their evolutionary appropriate diet, but for the commercial reasons, that doesn't always happen. I know what you are thinking, but that's the reality. Anyway, if you can get the organic pasture-raised pork, and let's get to today's recipe. So I have 6 boneless pork chops. You can use the bone-in ones, probably better ones, because we'll be simmering them in their juices, so you'll get more nutritional benefits from the mineral content of the bones. But today I have the boneless ones. Salt them well on both sides, then heat up your saucepan. Add a tablespoon, copious tablespoon of lard into the saucepan. Heat it up well, heat it up on high, and then golden brown your pork chops on both sides. If you are on the maintenance PKD or using paleo-ketogenic diet to lose weight, address things like high blood pressure or diabetes type 2, you can get away with some onion. So you can chop it up and throw it into the meat and brown it as well. Now, if you are on the carnivore diet and going into PKD because you need to reverse autoimmunity or you have severe gut issues, I would say stay away from onion or any other spices. Just stick to the salt. Personally, I love Caraway, so I love to add it to almost all of my meats that I cook in their sauces. And for the longest, I've been okay with Caraway, so I'm going to cook it with Caraway. After your pork chops are nicely golden brown on both sides, you will add about 1.5 cups of cold water to it. Reduce the heat to medium. Cover the meat with the lid and let it simmer minimum of 1.5 hours or until the meat is tender. Like you can slice it with the fork. When it comes to the simmering time, typically, I would say for the most part, 1.5 hours is enough. But every now and then I will come across the meat that is really, really hard and I need to simmer it for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And in that process, I have to add some extra cups of water. The best water to add is always really cold water. That's supposed to help the meat get nice and soft faster. But yeah, if it's a nice organic pasture-raised pork, it cooks faster. If it is an older animal and it's raised conventionally, then meat doesn't get as soft as the organic one. After pork chops are cooked, you can transfer them to a bowl, add some extra juices to it, and then add the additional tablespoon of saturated fat. Here for decoration, I'm using butter, but probably the most appropriate one for PKD would be tallow or lard. I just don't like it all that much on all the pork, some more lard or tallow, and it tastes so much better with butter. And while we are talking about butter, a lot of people will ask me that how come I'm eating butter on PKD, and it was my experience that I was able to eliminate everything but meat, fat, including butter, salt, eggs, And some additional spices, actually. Caraway was okay. Some Italian spices are okay with me, and all my symptoms reversed. So my attitude towards butter is, yeah, if you have problems with it, then quit it. If you can keep it in your diet, keep it. Oftentimes, eggs and butter are being removed because people can't tolerate it, not that this isn't a good enough animal food. Now, if you were to make this recipe traditionally, you would add a lot of caraway, a lot of onion, maybe some other root vegetables such as carrots or celery, bay leaf, and then when you have all those juices floating, you would add some flour to thicken it. Now, we are making it as close to PKD as possible, so all these things were removed. But if you are going on the PKD maintenance, or if you are doing okay, your symptoms have reversed, you can probably try to add some spices if that makes your experience with eating pork better. I would still stay away from the flour. All right, so this will do it for this week's video. Oftentimes I have some leftover pork chops and they taste so well reheated. So I will pack them up for work, add some extra fat, reheat it at work, and it tastes just as delicious as the moment they are cooked. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you like to be coached by me, the links are in the description box. There's also Amazon storefront for those of you that are asking me about the substitutes that I use to make the carnivore coffee. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.